Welcome back to SnowRunner. You join us today as we are finally back in SnowRunner. I know it's been a couple of weeks, but because of summer holidays and everything else, it's not quite worked out. But we are back today as we continue on in Michigan. So today we're looking at aid at the island. This involves us taking medium logs to 3 different locations with 4 different loads. So we're going to start with the GMC MH9500 and we're at the log station in Smithfield Dam. We've got a long journey ahead of us, as you can see already laid out there. And if we head across to where we're going, the actual final place isn't that far from the tunnel. We're heading to the workers' house in Drummond Island. So that's nice and easy once we get there. It's the journey there that's the struggle. Hopefully things will go to plan. We've got the second load after that, but we'll get to that when we get to that. We don't need to rush to that point just yet. Now, a word of warning, drowsiness is still a really big issue for me at the minute, so I probably will add some music in. I'm thinking, judging the journey we're about to take, up the mountain, because that is the most boring and repetitive part of Smithfield Dam that really bugs me, and for some reason, really makes me really drowsy. I don't know why, but it's an issue. So we'll probably put some music in there. I know we've had people say in the past, I'm not a massive fan of the music in, I should just talk, and it's like, well, I get that, but I'm not going to snore on video. I've come close several times in several videos of SnowRunner. It's not going to happen. So instead, I will put some music in just for that mountain climb. But for the time being, we're driving. We're good. Well, I say we're good. We're stuck, but we're good. The tyres on the GMC should be fine to get through a lot of this mud. Obviously, we have a weight on us now because of the log, so that could play a big part. I think it's just a section of really wet mud that we're just getting a bit caught up in, but we should get through it. Come on. The other problem we've got is I noticed very quickly as we took that first corner, and here this load is very top heavy. Now the downside to that is corners means we can flip, and if we do that we have to start again. I really don't want to start again, so we're going to have to take this really easy on some of these corners and even some of the straights. To be fair, I just don't want to risk rolling with these in the back. Now, out of all the vehicles we own, the GMC is the only one who can carry the medium logs directly on its back. And that sounds weird because it's a vehicle, but I hope you guys know what I mean. Everyone else has to pull a trailer. Even the Fleetstar can't take them as standard. So the GMC is the only one. So I thought, okay, we'll start with the GMC. But I'm already realising there's some issues. I don't know, maybe we take the race suspension off the GMC. Would that make a difference and make this less top heavy? Because obviously the race suspension can make vehicles a little bit tippy-toppy. I hope that's a word. I think it is. So maybe if we take off the race suspension and do this another time, because there's a couple more log missions still to do, we might do that next time and see if that makes any difference at all. I also expect I'll be splitting this episode into 2 parts, because there is no way we're going to get all 4 runs done in less than an hour's worth of video, and I don't like going over half an hour. I'm hoping we don't have to, but if we do, we do. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll sort it out when it comes to it, but likelihood is we are going to have to split the episode into 2, which does happen occasionally. But there we go. But yeah, so far so good. Just it's rocking so much, and that is such a worry. Okay, we need to, so we're at the farm now on Smithfield Dam. We need to get through the farm. I think we're going to have to take the water. We can't really risk going along the right hand side that we've done previously, because it's so rocky. We're going to go all over the place, just like that. I think the water is our best bet, to be honest. The only thing I'm doing as well is steering into the lean. So if it's leaning left, I'm steering it left, just to try and correct it to a degree. I've kind of figured that steering into the lean is better than trying to steer away, as you're then kind of forcing the back end to kind of go. That's kind of my theory anyway. Whether that's the right way of doing it, I don't know, but that's how I do it. Okay, nice and easy through the water. We shouldn't have an issue. I don't think we're going to get stuck. Oh! Ah, that tree. That tree saved us. Yeah, I've got no issues about getting stuck. I've got some big issues out falling over. Oh, wow. Okay, that was really quick just to get that winched up. I'm going to have to let go of the winch though, I think. Ugh. That is not fun. Don't do it again. No, 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 no. Which? Oh, that's twice. Thought this route would be a lot easier than going that right hand side there by the trees. I thought this would be a lot easier. I may have been wrong, but I do know that's quite narrow and can be rocky, so it's a catch-22, isn't it? Either way it went here, potentially could have been an issue. There was the long route through the farm and round the side and all that, but that's even worse for bends and things. No. This is not going to be fun. I really thought, because it's on the back of the GMC, we'd be laughing. You know, the GMC in the past had its problems. Once it's upgraded and got some decent tyres on it, it's been brilliant. I didn't expect this. I should have done. We should have thought. GMC itself isn't that heavy a vehicle, so having something that's top heavy is an issue. But yeah, I didn't think it'd be this bad. Okay, we've got another 3 runs after this one to do to different places in Drummond Island. I don't really want to do the GMC for the others. We'll deal with that when we come to them. I may have to change my plan, and we'll figure something else out, I think, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. We'll see how we do. If we get there in one piece, then it may be a different story, but I think we're only going to do 1 run with the GMC just because of how dodgy this is. And I'm not doing 4 runs and, you know, waiting for us to tip over to ruin a run. I think that would be the worst thing we can do. So we'll use the GMC as it's already loaded, but after that we'll figure out something else. So I'll figure out a different plan. But other than that, we're doing okay. Just many heart in mouth moments and something we didn't need, to be fair. Okay, calm down now. We're crossing the dam, and then we're going to start the climb up the mountain. The bit I'm not looking forward to as well. I don't know what it is, that mountain is just so monotonous. It's going to be dodgy as hell as well, with the fact that it can fall over at any time, to be fair, but it is, I don't know, there's something about it that just sends me to sleep. I don't know why. It's the only part of Michigan maps that I struggle with. And the drowsiness is always there, there's nothing to do about that. But most of it I can deal with and it's fine. The mountain sends me to sleep, and I do not know why. So, yeah, not fun. Okay, I'm just trying to remembering what's on the map as we go along here. So there's a bridge coming up that we're going to be extremely careful with. So the warehouse on the right hand side, there's a trailer placed there as well. This is the bridge that I just remembered. Yeah, this is going to be very careful. Come on. So, yeah, I think we're okay. Come on. Slowly, slowly. Okay. Getting off could potentially be an issue. We'll find out now. No, we're good. We're okay. Come on. Ah, there's something else coming up. So on the road, we've had a few issues with these in the past. These first two bollards, fine. There's 2 here. One is, they're both metal, and they can damage your vehicle severely if you hit them. But you've got to find a way through the 2 of them somehow, and hopefully not cause us any damage, because it can cause issues. Although I think we just slotted through the middle. There's me worried about them bollards. We just went straight through the middle. Right. Okay. We begin the climb to the top of the mountain now. Yeah. Apologies for doing this, but I just know this is going to cause me issues. So any wayward driving, any really close calls as we edge our way up the mountain, it's probably going to be me half asleep. Okay. So bear with us, but we'll see you when we get to the top of the mountain. We made it to the top. Fuel wise was getting a bit dodgy, but we're good. So we'll just grab some fuel here from the tanker. That was, yeah, wasn't fun. I'm glad I'm going to put the music in because that was not good. Many a time of jumping awake, still driving, still talking to myself as well, which is not going in the video. So that will be music instead there, I think. Right, we can head across now to the tunnel, and then this first part of the 4 journeys needed will be done, as the workers' house we're going to in Drummond Island is literally just after the tunnel. But firstly, we need to travel there, and then here is the tunnel marker coming up. There it is. Let's travel to Drummond Island. And we are in Drummond Island, the first journey of the 4 needed for aid at the island. And as I say, the workers' house is literally just here. So this is the easiest bit we'll do all day. Just round this corner, and we're there. I'm happy with that. There were some sketchy moments, and we're not using the GMC anymore. But it did it. It made it. First load complete. Only 3 to go. We'll see how that goes. So the GMC will be powered off and left here, and we're going to jump across to a different vehicle. You join us now in the Fleetstar F2070A, and this is at Iden Lakes log station. Now I was looking around for log stations that we could use for medium logs, and yes, we've got the one in Smithfield Dam. I don't fancy that journey up the mountain every time, so I thought better of it. So instead, we're at Island Lake. Now there's a little bit of a journey to do to get to the tunnel, and then once there, we've got to go further. So this second journey we're doing is the medium logs to the Lighthouse Keeper in Drummond Island. It's going to be a bit of a journey, and we can't put the logs directly on the back of the Fleetstar. We are pulling a trailer, a log trailer, behind us. There we go. Now, the only concern with this is we know the Fleetstar isn't fantastic at pulling a trailer, but the Fleetstar was already here, and it made sense to use it whilst here. So, we may have to grin and bear it a little bit, but I think this is our best option currently, other than bringing one of the other big trucks to then carry a trailer behind them, which I think swinging around corners would be horrendous. This is our best bet. I don't think there was really another choice to be used. So we're going to use this as much as we can and see how we go. The other vehicles we've got, I was thinking about the Transstar and things, but adding a trailer onto the back of an already long bed isn't easy. And yeah, I just thought that would be the twin steer, because it's not all it's already on there, isn't it? I just thought that would be a bad idea. So as this was here, I thought, okay, we know it struggles to put a trailer, but maybe, just maybe, with the terrain how it is, it might manage it. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I'm basically got my fingers crossed that I've got this right, because this could go really badly wrong and we have to change vehicle a third time, which I really don't want to do. But we won't know that until we get going, and so far we're not really getting going, are we? We keep getting stuck. It is not fun. It's just, yeah. Normally the Fleetstar glides over this stuff. It's a really boggy terrain, to be fair, but still, all-wheel drive. Okay, just got to check the path. So there's a left-hand turn here. We don't take the left hand. Try and stay as straight as possible, but it is difficult to kind of tell where the track is you want to be taking as well. That's the other problem we have. It's not an obvious one a lot of the time. But we just got to keep nursing this forward. I'm now wishing I could do something else. So obviously I'd have to drive it here anyway, whenever we used, but I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. I know the Fleetstar can do really well, and it is a really good truck. It's always struggled though pulling a trailer. Whether you've got a load on the back itself anyway or not doesn't really seem to matter. It's just any trailer in general it struggles with, and always has done. It's always been a weak part of the Fleetstar. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's always struggled with trailers. But we don't really have much options. Kodiak, I just think will struggle in the mud. And like I say, the bigger trucks, I don't think it'll be that simple with them, to be fair. They're more designed for long logs, aren't they? That's the thing. The fact that GMC is the only vehicle we own out of all the different trucks we own so far in Michigan, like found in Michigan, as we don't buy trucks. Just add that little bit in there just in case people aren't aware. The GMC is the only one that can carry medium logs. Although saying that, would we want to carry medium logs directly on our back on something like the Fleetstar or the Kodiak? Probably not. I think we'd have the same issue with it being very top heavy. So I think the trailer works better in the fact that we can't just tip over on its own, because it's got to take a whole other vehicle with it, if that makes sense. Whereas when it's directly on the back, the whole vehicle is in one, and because it's top heavy middle to back, you can tip the vehicle over fairly easily. When it's on a trailer, the connection stops that happening. So where the trailer connects to the vehicle, that's going to stop that twisting over and falling, because it's got to take at a really weird angle the back of the vehicle and the front of the vehicle over as well. So it does make trailers flipping a lot harder. Not completely foolproof, but in my experience they can't flip as easily. So that does work in our favour. Admittedly, being able to carry two loads would be amazing, but the GMC, we did have a look at the trailer on the GMC. When the back of the truck, like the GMC, where it carries them, has the logs on it, can't fit a trailer on the back. It won't connect due to the overhang of the back that we've got. So if you've got a log carrier back, there is no trailer connection, which is why we couldn't take a second trailer. I think if we carried logs on our back like with the GMC and had a trailer that could connect, which I don't think any of them will, from what I tried, it would still, the laws of what I just said about flipping over being harder won't apply, because you've then got two very top heavy things you flip over really easily. In fact, probably easier than just the one load on the top. Right, we're taking a left round this bit and then down, I think, looking at that. I know I've marked the route, I'm still bringing up the map because it's just so boggy and dark that it's tricky to see quite where your route is, because I don't put markers on them all the time. I put them on some of the junctions really more than anything else. I should do a double junction approach and just after the turning you want. That would make more sense. I know I should. I forget most of the time. To be honest, it just doesn't pop into my head that often. But yeah, that's something I should do more. That would make my life a little bit easier and less map use essentially. And we just follow the sat-nav route instead. Which is basically what the markers are. It's just satellite route, isn't it? Put it in. This is my location, destination. Pick a route. I'll go this way, avoiding this road and this road. There you go. Off you go. That's basically what these markers are. Is your satellite route basically. I came this way thinking we don't want to follow just the main road because it'd be really tricky to get it onto it, and I'm regretting that personally. I should have gone main road. I say main road for those that have been and seen us do stuff on Island Lake. The main road is probably not quite the right description. It's a mud track. We'll be onto it shortly, actually, to be fair. But we could have got onto it a lot earlier, is what I mean. I decided not to because I thought the further we go along, the easier it'll be once we have to head onto the main track. But I'm regretting that. I think the main track may have been quicker, better and easier. I just want the Fleetstar to get some speed behind it. We've never been this slow with the Fleetstar, even with trailers that have struggled. But it's the weight of the logs, isn't it, that's going to cause the issue. We found this with the Fleetstar. I love the Fleetstar. I think it's a brilliant truck. It's worked really well for us so far in this series. And I know the series has got a long way to go, but I can't see it being with us forever. Although we don't sell vehicles either. We don't buy vehicles. But once we find something else that's got all-wheel drive, we find all-wheel drive for the GMC maybe, then the Fleetstar's probably going to take a back seat. It is good for some missions and jobs. Okay. Just keep going straight here. And then we should hit the main road, I believe. Yeah, Fleetstar's really good for quite a lot of jobs, especially ones with crane and stuff. It does really well with that. Just trailer work it struggles with, and we did try pulling one of the big workstations, and we did manage it, to be fair. But man, it was a struggle, and we got stuck badly. And that was all Fleetstar. Fleetstar at times, the front wheels weren't even on the floor. It just seems like the Fleetstar's so light. And although it's got a decent power, it's not brilliant, and I think that's the issue. But I love it. I think it's a brilliant truck. It's understanding your truck's limitations, I think, and then using that to kind of guide your choice of what you use and when you use it. I think is really important in this, more than anything else. I think that choice of vehicle does matter. But my issue is I like to change vehicle to, if we have to do the same route 4 times, I want 4 different vehicles if possible. Because then it makes it less monotonous. Sometimes that's not possible, so you have to reuse vehicles, but that's why sometimes we use vehicles that may be unsuited for the task to a degree, because we want to change it up a bit. It's only when it's got multiple journeys to the same location though that becomes an issue. I don't like anything to be monotonous, that's the problem. That's why I was thinking of changing the GMC to something else when we were looking at the mission, but as soon as I figured out the GMC was the only one that could have the back on, before I knew it was going to be very top heavy, admittedly, that was the only choice we had. I thought, oh, well, that's it then. We can't. It's 4 journeys, GMC all the way, no swapping. And then I thought about the trailer, and that gave us the chance and opportunity to change vehicles so it's not that monotonous. But I am regretting it. But like I say, I don't think the GMC would do any better in this situation. I think it would have to be one of a bigger trucks, more powerful vehicles maybe. Although I don't know which ones have got all-wheel drive offhand. My spreadsheet. I normally have, whenever we're filming this, I always have my spreadsheet up on my laptop. Notes is one in the corner, and I can then see the breakdown of the stats of all the vehicles, like tyres, engine, all the ABCs that are rated in the game as well. So a quick glance over, I could tell you what it is, but I haven't got it open, and we're struggling a little bit too much for me to try and get it open, so I'm not going to. But yeah, the Fleetstar ranks quite highly on our list of trucks for ratings and how good it is. But yet you can see its limitations. Sometimes the rankings don't quite work in practical terms. I think that's the big thing. And you know, if you play this yourself and you use the ratings to determine which truck to use at different times or the best truck, don't. Not every truck can be really figured out by ratings alone, can it? That's the thing. Plus upgrades make a massive difference as well, but they do change the rating. So if you actually don't know this, I don't know if people do or not, but if you see a rating on a vehicle, say it's B for fuel consumption, there's certain upgrades that will change that B, and it can be better or worse depending. Gearboxes do affect that a lot. Some gearboxes are more expensive, so you assume they're really good, but it will lower your fuel rating because your then fuel is a lot less. You use a lot more essentially. So fuel economy, fuel usage is lower because you're using more because of the gearbox. And when you see an upgrade, it's the most expensive one there. You generally think that's the better one. I've already found that's not the case. In some of the upgrades we've had to do, we didn't have to do, but we did. Yeah, I figured out very quickly that just because it's the most expensive one doesn't make it the best. Something I did work out very, very quickly. But it's one of those things, you can't really tell what's going to happen until you try these things out. And sometimes it may look good on paper, but in reality, you get stuck in the mud, just like the Fleetstar. I'm being nasty to it, and I know I shouldn't. The Fleetstar's done really well for me so far, so it's just, it doesn't like trailers. If I didn't have the trailer on, this would be flying. That's the thing, and I know this as well. It's just, I think I made a mistake picking the Fleetstar, and yet we've got to go through Drummond Island yet. The Lighthouse is quite a way in, and that's not going to be fun. Have I got anything else there ready for my missions? I'm trying to think. It's been a while since we've done this. Because some holidays and me running out of pre-recorded stuff. SnowRunner took a back seat just because it takes a lot longer to record. But I'm trying to think. Is there anything still there? Last missions we did. Oh, there might be. Okay, and I've just had a thought. Okay, there may be something that can change this whole run completely. We'll find out when we get there, because I think it's still there. I don't know for sure, and I don't know if you can pull the trailer. There's a few unknowns coming up, but we'll figure that out. It's all gravy. Okay, so we're now on the better piece of road now. I know it doesn't seem that much better, but you can see we're building up a little bit of speed. There we go. We can right hand turn here. This is the main bit of road, I think. I think it is. I can't remember now. I've lost myself. It is, because we're nearly there. Yeah, there we go. This was the bit of road we selected rather than the rest of it I wish I'd taken. But anyway, off to Drummond Island we go. Welcome back to Drummond Island, but we're not in the same place the GMC joined. We are in the complete opposite end of the map to the GMC. The GMC is north. We're currently at the south entrance, and we are heading there to Lighthouse Keeper. So quite a journey, to be fair. It is here. Okay, so as I was saying when we was doing the other bit, coming towards here, it kind of popped in my head what vehicles we'd left and where. I should have checked before, I know this, but I thought the Fleetstar would be okay. We left the Pacific P16 here for a previous mission. Can it pull the trailer we're pulling is the big question. We won't know that until we get to the log station. For those that aren't aware, the log station as well on Drummond Island doesn't do medium logs, hence the long journeys. If it had done medium logs, our life would be so much easier, but then it wouldn't be much of a game if it made our life so much easier, would it? So it swings in roundabouts. But yes, the P16 is here. If it can pull the trailer, I think we'll swap to that. Mainly because it's got so much more power than the Fleetstar. I think it will do better. It won't be as slow and irritating as it currently is. but we won't know that until we get there. So I haven't got far to go, to be fair, for log station, but there is a big dip to deal with first, and I think this will show just how hard it's been with the Fleetstar. In fact, I'm amazed it's still running. That engine should be overheating like anything with how much we push this through. But it's a severe weight. But you can see there's less top heavy movement, which is good. I think my thinking and how it works with the different angles and stuff is right. I could be wrong, and if I am, please do tell me. But that's kind of my thinking behind how it tips and stuff. Anyway, let's deal with this little bit here, and then we can head to the log station. Come on. Try and use quick winch is good most of the time, apart from it doesn't always select the bit you want to winch to. But we're okay now. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, log station is down here on our right. And then we can swap to the Pacific. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Toes. Can't cross toes on my left foot because it doesn't obviously work. But I can't cross toes on my right foot because you can't cross toes. But I'm crossing my fingers hoping this works. Okay. We'll drop the trailer off and then see if the Pacific can pick it up. If it can, and it seems to work alright, we'll use the Pacific. If not, we'll persevere with the Fleetstar. I don't want the Fleetstar to be upset. I don't want it to think we're abandoning it, because we're not. But at the same time, we need something that's not going to take an age to get there. Basically. Okay, Pacific needs to drop its trailer as well. So many trailers everywhere. So much wasted money. I know we spoke about this previously, and I think we've had did we have a vote or just a chat about it? I can't remember now. But we're talking about, you know, do we go around and grab every trailer and sell it back? Because we don't buy vehicles, and I think it was LVs that made a good point. We don't buy vehicles, so money becomes a little bit redundant after a while. So actually, does it really matter? If we're passing somewhere to sell a trailer, then fair enough. 9 times out of 10, you can just get rid of them. So yeah, that's probably what we're going to do with trailers, unless we're passing somewhere to sell them. Right, let's get this lined up and see if this works. Please work. Quickly, please. With a cherry on top. Not. I don't think it's doing it. It's a weird connection when you look at it like that. Didn't seem to want to connect there for some reason. What is it? It is connected. It didn't seem to connect. It's moving. I'll take that. It's working. Okay. Well, I'm guessing we're going to see a difference in speed in a second, but we need to make sure we head across the bridge, go through the petrol station, always important. We've got the bridge to navigate down there, and then we go into a bit we've not really been to, because there's a bit of dark map there. We've obviously not been down to the Lighthouse Keeper's house before, so yeah, this route's going to take us to a little bit we haven't been to. To be honest, that little bit on there, that dark on the map, was on my list of places to look for the last Michigan upgrade. We found it anyway, but that was one of the places on my list. Just because it's dark, you kind of say, oh, we've not been there. Upgrade potentially could be there. Obviously it wasn't, but there we go. But you can already see the difference. It's night and day. The Pacific is just so nice to pull anything. I'm yet to find an issue with the Pacific in terms of pulling. We're stuck on the log, aren't we? There's me getting carried away. I'm sure that's a log ahead of us. Come on. Is it a log or are we just stuck on the hill? I don't know. I think we're just stuck on the hill, you know. I did not expect that from the Pacific. Obviously the weight's all on the back. So going up a hill could be a problem because of that weight. I hadn't actually took that into account. We could go the longer route round there and avoid this. But we was already down there, the change truck anyway, to be fair. Please don't tip over here. We've tipped here a few times on other missions, so kind of the bit I dislike at the minute, because it's got bad memories. But I think we're good, we're gravy. We're flying. The Pacific is flying. It's so weird when you see something pulling the same load as something else, and the difference in how it pulls and the speed it can obtain is incredible. Another mix of our trailers that have been dumped, left behind to rot, you know, the usual stuff. It's just one of those things, it's a pain in the butt to have to take them all the way to a sales point. And I get why you can't just sell it automatically. Same as you can't get your vehicles to appear automatically anywhere in the maps. I get why that's a thing, and it works perfectly. But it means you do end up leaving so much debris around the map. Michigan won't just have an issue with the flood, it's going to have an issue with the bombardment of trailers that we leave in our wake once we're done here. Because we haven't got too much more to do. There's this mission and one more. The other mission's logging as well. And then we've got a couple of other missions. I'm just nervously talking as we try and navigate the corner here. There's another couple which are... I can't remember what they are. But anyway, there's not many missions. Let's put it that way. We are nearly done with Michigan and we can move on. I think it's Alaska next. Snow tyres all round. Although, is it snow or is it just ice? Because snow tyres and ice isn't really the right combination, I don't think. I'm sure we'll find out when we get there. All the trucks we think are good now, we get there and they'll just be rubbish. Sliding and everything, probably. I'm guessing. I don't know. We have been there at the start of the game. You actually get told and forced kind of to go there. But we did do that. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it works. I just want to keep moving forward to get to the new maps, new, you know, the DLCs as well. So many of those to do, and it's going to take us forever. But it just means it's going to be an ongoing series for a very long time. But hopefully you guys are finding it enjoyable. I hope you are. If you are finding this enjoyable, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe because subscribing is just a number. But a like on the video does really help the channel massively. If you dislike the video, dislike what we're doing, go ahead and dislike the video because that really helps the channel as well. So either way, I'm more than happy. If you do dislike the video, please let me know in the comments why though. You know, some constructive criticism is always good. Was the music frustrating and I shouldn't have done it? Should have just been snoring on stream instead? That kind of thing. We are getting a little bit caught up though in the Pacific. 1 minute you think it's flying, and the next you do see it struggle a little bit. It is on the hills it seems. Any increases in incline it tends to have an issue with. But generally it's been okay other than that. But I think we're making good progress. We're getting there. So now we should be... Is this the road we follow straight? I can't remember now. There we go. There's another one with an incline. I think it is just the weight so far back. It just struggles with the grip on the back. I think that's the issue. Back of the truck, I mean, not the back of the trailer. The weight is all on the back of the trailer, but it's the grip on the back of the P16 that's struggling, I think. But it's managing just about, which is the important thing. I still think it's faster than Fleetstar, so I think it was the right decision to change, to be honest. But we're nearly there. We're ever so close now to be able to drop off the second load in aid at the island. I'll be glad when this is all done, to be honest. It's one of those that is, I don't know. These two first runs aren't too bad, to be fair. The next two I'm not looking forward to. The first of the next two will be fine. It's the second one because it's the exact same as the third one, and that is an issue for me. That will be boring, monotonous, and potentially really drowsy inducing, so we'll see how that goes. It's not going to be fun. But we are not far off now being able to deliver these logs. We did also notice, I don't know if anyone else noticed on the map when we looked at it and got the location and things, there was a mission here to pick up. Pretty sure we haven't been here before, so I think there's a mission to pick up here as well. So we'll have a look at that while we're here. But the second load for aid at the island is complete. That is delivered to the Lighthouse Keeper. He is very happy. He can light his gas fire. Doesn't need logs, does he? He can light his open fire. Discover the trailer. Hopefully we don't need it. Cousin Cletus. Yeah, this is a new mission. I've not heard that name, I don't think. Have I heard of it? I don't think I have. No, definitely I don't think we have. It's 2 lots of oil barrels to collect around Drummond Island. I don't think we've done it before. I don't think we've picked it up because obviously it let us pick it up, so yeah. But that's it for today. It's been an incredible episode. It's nicely back in SnowRunner. The second part of this will be coming very soon. And hopefully we'll finish off aid at the island and be even closer to finish off Michigan. But thank you all very much for joining us If you did enjoy this episode, like I say, a like or a dislike on the video really helps. We'll see you next time for more SnowRunner.